So the NWO storyline had taken over wrestling since May of '96 with the arrival of Hall and Nash, and of course, the heel turn of Hogan just completely turned wrestling on its head. As you're seeing all this happening, Medusa, and witnessing this shift in pro wrestling, what were you thinking as you're seeing it?
Well, again, it was a lot of thought process. I mean, it was, yeah. Monday Night War started basically. That's when the bell rang, is when I dropped the title in the trash.
Yep.
This is my Hall of Fame 2015 Hall of Fame t-shirt, by the way. Yes, that infamous title trash.
That was like the
And
first shot fired.
I believe it. Yes, it was. And I thought it was the greatest kickoff. And it wasn't anything that Eric Bischoff planned or I planned. We didn't know how it was going to go. But I keep telling him, keep running with it to this day because it was the greatest thing you ever did. you know? And I mean, coming from AWA and being a gopher boy for, Vern and, looking for a job over there. And they, started him off just being a gopher boy and then an announcer and then worked his way to be VP of WCW or whatever. I mean, God
Like the
dang.
American dream. Incredible.
I mean, what a way to work yourself up a ladder, right? It didn't matter how many people you hurt. It just, hey, it's business. He did what he had to do, and he did it in his way. And the best part of his career was the Monday Night War. And so, and then he kind of knew how to work it, and he had his people around him, and he he trusted a certain group, and and they started the NWO, Hogan turning to a heel, which was phenomenal. And the whole NWO process, as soon as it started, I thought, well, this is great, but I sure in the hell don't want to be a part of it.
Really?
No, no, no. I stood my ground, and I did not want to be a part of that at all. And only because it was a good old boys club. And if you know me, as people starting to learn about me more and more, is that I'm an individual. And I mean, I don't mind groups because I like my little groups in life. But if NWO was going to stand for anything, it was going to stand for the new women's organization.
Yeah. Man, that could have been like a fun spin-off group.
Thank
Like they
you.
did the LWO. Why not? Why not
Why
the
not
new women's
that?
organization? Yeah. Well, I mean, it was nuts and interesting to hear that you didn't, really care to be part of it. But
I didn't.
for further context, it's like, yep, you were part of the Dangerous Alliance, but you weren't really a wrestler so much as you were like a valet and sort of like a. I've heard Paul Heyman put it as like the 007 of the group, kind of like this, don't piss with me, enforcer
Yes.
almost of the group. But so now, things have changed. You're a wrestler in your own right, and who knows if those opportunities would have existed inside the NWO for you, right?
Yeah, well, as you saw the way it was going in WCW, women's wrestling really wasn't happening as it was promised to me. I was promised that there was going to be a women's roster and we're going to build all of this and have a women's title. And, well, not so much. But we saw where that went. It was one and done, and Akito Hokuto got it, and they wouldn't even give it to me and their own, instead, let's just throw her with the men and give her the cruiserweight title. So it was
Yes.
very weird. There was more emphasis on the men because it was just a bunch of men running it, bunch of, just a round table of circle jerking men, just thinking men.